What's up, everybody? Welcome back to My Twisted Life of TV. I am Poetry. You are here for another recap and review of Ready to Love. This is season 7, episode 4, The White Party. Forgive my appearance. I'm in cleanup mode today. I only threw on some little lipstick just so I can come on here and would look dry and ashy as fuck. But technically speaking, I'm dry and ashy as fuck right now. Wait a minute, can I cuss right now? You know, YouTube get you if you cuss within so many minutes. Oh well, they just gonna have to get me. So check this out. All white party. I don't know what it is with us as black people. Y'all love y'all some all white parties. I'm gonna say y'all because I don't look all that good in white. All my little pudgies come out. You gotta hide your panty lines and all that, this, that, and the third. Maybe I can have some little white poom poom shorts on, but I gotta have something else. I cannot do all white. It don't look good on me. I don't like the way it look. Give me black. Always bet on black for me. Okay, slim out my waistline just a tad bit, Scotia Day, and then I would be okay. But anywho, everybody for the most part looked pretty cute at this all white party. The only one that really got me was Jamala and her titties. Her titties got her too, because halfway through the show, every time they show her, she got to clutch the top together. If you got to pull your top together, that doggone much, baby girl, then your shirt ain't fitting properly. Your titties should not be falling out all the time. Every time you move, they not should be falling out. You need a better fitting outfit. Okay, you could have got you some little chicken cutlets or something to lift you up, stick you up or something like that, because your boobies was... Trinika got big boobies. Hers wasn't like, you know, strapped down either, but they wasn't falling out of her damn shirt every time she bent over or twisted or did it. No, I'm saying, that's all I'm saying. Okay, so this video is not going to be in order. It's not going to be, because I did y'all a disservice again. I didn't take no notes. I wasn't even live tweeting, which is that's usually how I remember what the hell happens when I live tweet. So I'm going to try to just go through each lady and try to recall who they went out with and give y'all a vibe or a feel about what really went down or how I was talking. This week is the week that ladies get to eliminate a man. Yes, we get to eliminate a man this week. Okay, so we in the ladies' lounge. Looney comes in. This is her first time in the lounge. I told you, Looney is what would I call her? Looney is what I see as the typical, not ghetto, just down hood sister that's extra all the fucking time for no fucking reason. It's annoying but cute at the same damn time. That's how I see Looney. Looney is Looney. I'm just telling you, Looney. But anywho, they welcome her back. This is the first time you didn't get to see any ladies in the confessional saying, ooh, what she come back for, or this, that, and third. You know what I'm saying? They usually have to have snarky comments for women who join or come back or whatever. They usually do that, but they didn't do that this season. They all welcome Looney back. Hand claps and finger snaps and all that. Ladies again find out that they get to eliminate this week, which they knew because they wouldn't be in the damn lounge if they wouldn't been eliminated. And Tommy tell them that we gonna have the all white party. But before we do the all white party, we have like a little shindig, a little mixer where everybody get together and just like chill and vibe and everything. And at that shindig is when he announced. Is that when he announced the all white party? I don't know, y'all. Correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all know I am sometimes. So put it in the comment section. My camera's tilted. That made it worse. Gotta do what I gotta do. Okay. So let's start off. Who had some one-on-one dates this time? Who had some one-on-one dates? Kayla and Randall. I did not see this connection happening at all. But somehow, Kayla is really vibing with Randall. She feeling his spirit, feeling his soul, feeling his journey. Their energies matching. They linking up. Randall seems to be the bee's knees to all these women, which is, I still don't see it yet. Maybe because they haven't really gave us any in-depth footage of Randall, other than when he's with these women. When you with the women, you gonna of course put the charm on, you know. So I don't know what's really up with Randall. I don't have any ill thoughts about him, but I don't have any thoughts about him for real. That's basically what I'm trying to say. I noticed that Randall Got all the chocolate sisters. He into Kayla, he into Jamala, and he into Tranika. Tranika not as chocolate, but you know, she's still a chocolate sister. Those is three he got us out. He like them thick with it, because all three of them thick with it. Randall has a type. Okay, he has a type. So, Kayla though, this is the first time that I seen her kind of smitten with somebody, is the way I would like to say it. Kayla always puts off this position that she the boss in I'm running everything type of situation, including her relationships. And with Randall, he seems to tone her down just a tad bit. You know, she says she like to have fun with the person she with. I still don't see it. I don't see fun in you, but you seemed a little bit more funner with Randall. Y'all didn't seem to match to me though. But honestly, Randall don't match with anybody to me as far as like aesthetics. None of these girls seem like he would be somebody that he would date. You remember Ace from last season? I can see Ace from last season with Randall. That's the type of vibe I'm getting from him. His energy that he exudes. And these three women ain't it. Tranika kind of look like Shiloh to me. I probably wish I would have researched these people this time, because you know everybody on this show is invited. They know somebody from last season, and that's how they end up getting on the show. They usually audition maybe one person out of the whole cast, and that probably was the dude Calvin that left the first episode, or what's his name, Calvin, the dude, the salt pepper beard. I think he was the one that was interviewed and then didn't continue on, something like that. Oh, might have been Dominica, but usually it's somebody knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, and that's how they end up on the doggone show. They not vetting these motherfuckers. We can clearly see that with Justice. So, but Kayla is like really into Randall to the point that she is showing possessiveness. I'm thinking, already? It's only been a couple weeks, y'all. She talked to him on the phone every day. Like, I just don't understand. I know this is a fast-paced dating show. Like, I gotta get out here within 7 to 8 weeks and really meet everybody and try to get to know everybody. But if you're doing that with people and you really vibing and really getting to know everybody, I don't understand how you giving so much time to one person that they get that fucking attached to you in just a matter of weeks. Just a couple weeks. You that attached? I could probably see it if it's somebody that I knew already. I was watching, I was peeping, had my eye on, and then we clicked and linked up. And that now I'm feeling a little bit possessed. Like, I got you, I finally got who I want. But there's somebody you just met. Y'all that attached? And Randall already said he sees it's gonna be a problem. He knows it's gonna be a problem. You know, he liked the assertiveness. He thinks that's attractive. He thinks the confidence is attractive, but the jealousy, that's gonna be a problem. He already know. Yes, it is. It's gonna bring out the cattiness in these women. I see already. Kayla was also, who else she have a conversation with? This is bad. This is why I should watch the show again. I don't remember. Okay, moving on. Sharice scared of everybody, y'all. Everybody that she talked to, she's scared of. That scares me. That's what about you scares me. And that scares me again. Mike sat down and have a conversation with her about the baggage thing and how he didn't mean to like show aggression in his tone when he was speaking to her. I really don't think Mike showed aggression unless that's something they cut out. I mean, I just think he was like, ew, whatever, bitch, fuck you type of feeling, that type of vibe he was giving off. Like, oh really? You old as a motherfucker. Like, you know, that's pretty much what he said to her. So she was like, that really scared me, Mike, the way that you were addressing me and the aggression that you showed me. I was just trying to explain to you how I felt about the situation. And he did some apologies. I can't say if the apology was sincere or not, because Mike said he just don't want no drama. Mike just trying to make sure he stay. That's what it is. I don't know what type of what influence Sharice has on the show. I think she has some. I don't know what though, because I don't see why she's still here. She don't connect with anybody. Every time we see Sharice hooking up with somebody, she says, they're not the type of person that I would ever go for. Well, who is? Who is the type of person you go for? It couldn't be Deadbeat Davin. As soon as that motherfucker said that he had never had Taco Tuesday, you had ruled him out the door. Who else was it? You said you wouldn't normally go for Samson either, but now y'all clicked, y'all had a conversation, so you were willing to give him a shot. Mike ain't really the type of person you go for anyway, because he, divorced with kids. That ain't the type of person you go. Who is the type of person that you go for? You ain't going for King Randall, because Randall got women catering to him. You don't like that vibe either. You don't like the energy. You ain't going for Zoe, because Zoe was boring. Like, I really just want to know what type of man you are, and really get to know who Alonzo is. We don't really get to sit down and talk. Every woman that had a conversation with Alonzo said the same thing. I really haven't had a time to sit down and talk to you. So this was, I don't get though. So if y'all all have never really had to sit down with Alonzo to talk to him, how did y'all all come to the conclusion that what Alonzo's saying ain't sincere? I don't know. That's nothing that he said so far that makes me think he's not being forthcoming with his words, because he ain't really saying shit, because ain't nobody really talking to him like that. Alonzo not chasing y'all. That's what that shit is. Alonzo, big DJ Khaled looking at ass, sitting back and observing, and if we have a conversation, he'll have a grown man conversation with you. Y'all leave the conversation feeling like that was a nice conversation, but because he ain't being thirsty in that conversation, I think that's what's turning these women off. He ain't complimenting their ass, complimenting their smile, saying how much he thinking about them, and he always wanted to get with them and talk to them, and he ain't asking not a nail one of them who they connecting with. He ain't asking not a nail one of them how they feeling about this journey. Basically, they asking him a question and he answering. But he ain't really getting too deep into them. He ain't really deep diving into who they are. Because one, they putting it all out on the table in the front. It's exhausting to listen to these women sometimes. My God. Okay. But they say he boring. He not sincere. He not being genuine. No, women ain't feeling Zoe. They ain't feeling Zoe. Okay. So, but who else Sharice sat down with? But Sharice, she ain't feeling. Why is Sharice on the show? And don't nobody like Justice ass. Except for Jamala. Why for some reason Jamala has an interest in Justice? Now I thought she was rocking with Swayze for a minute, but of course she thinks Swayze is all about every other woman but her. Okay, so she wanted to see what Justice was all about, so she invited Justice out on a date. Now I know I said that I felt Justice about spending money on somebody that you're not interested in, just to date them to see if you're interested in. I understand. I kind of connected. I kind of understood, and I said, I don't think Justin cheap. No, Justin cheap is a motherfucker. This particular episode let me know that I was wrong. I can admit when I was wrong. Justin cheap as a motherfucker. Justin said he don't date in the traditional sense. He don't do that. He ain't chasing after you. He ain't showing you that he's interested in you. That ain't who he about. That ain't the type of person that he is. If you want all that, you got the wrong man. He's the kingdom. You need to come to him if you want him. Boy, if you don't sit your metrosexual ass down somewhere, go Princess Justice, come on now. Y'all soup this motherfucker head up. I told y'all first episode he was like, I'm the honey and these bees just buzzing around me type of situation. No, he really felt that shit. These women are like peasants to him. He's the king up on the throne, and you trying to come into my high garden. I've been watching Game of Thrones. That's why high garden is my mind, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Justin just think he is the bee's knees. From what I can tell, these women ain't feeling you like that ever since that first meetup, unless they lying, which I think they are. I think y'all are. I think y'all lying. Y'all want him. He just ain't showing that exact interest in you. He ain't gonna chase you. And y'all want the women To me, what it seems like they doing. They are throwing themselves at these men and basically saying, you better fucking like me. Okay? And when they say, I do like you. Okay, now chase me. That's exactly what these women are giving off to me. That's what these women... Woo! It's thirst on both ends. The thirst is real. Thirst is real. Okay, so, who else? Jamala. Did Jamala go off? Jamala went off with 2 people, I thought. Dog, y'all can't convince me Jamala 33. You cannot convince me Jamala is 33. That's an elder looking 33-year-old child. She had a hard knock life. I don't know what. Because you can sit in the neck. I told y'all before, moisturize your motherfucking neck, okay? Here's a PSA. I'm not finna promote my products right now, shit like that, but here's a fucking PSA. Your neck, the skin on your neck is thinner, on TED Talk, one of the shits, it's thinner than the rest of the skin on your body, okay? It doesn't produce as much cellulose as the rest of your damn body, okay? What that means is that it's more susceptible to sun damage and environmental changes and the way you eat and shit like that. All that stuff combined shows up in your motherfucking neck. So if your skin out here, face looking like, you know, a newborn's baby bottom, you know, because it's all smooth and clear and shit like that, but your neck is wrinklified like a motherfucker. I know that's not a word, but I'm gonna say it today. That's why you need to moisturize that bitch. I be telling sisters too, I don't wear foundation, but I could say some good foundation when I see it. Blend that shit so it can look natural, so your neck won't give away the fuck your real skin look like. You know, Jamala, girl, bring your foundation down and moisturize that bitch, girl. Because you don't look 33. You look elderish. She look like a junior. Like I said the same thing about Dakaya, that she looked like a little bit of Patti LaBelle. So does Jamala too. They might be kinfolk. You never know. But, you know, like I say, Jamala and Randy, they really feeling each other as well. And because I'm not going through the episode like line by line by line by line and shit like that, you know, this is where we got to see Kayla's jealousy, because Randall really wanted to talk to Jamala and get to know her, and he feeling her, and you know, he telling her everything she wanted her. You know, you number one in my book. I always been wanting to get with you, this, that, and the third. Even though he got his eyes on Kayla and he got his eyes on Tanika, he want him some Jamala too, right? And Kayla over there straight peeping the vibe, like why this dude all up in her face, why he cheesing and smiling and shit like that. You know, why she got her leg all up in him, why he got his hand on her. She peeping every scene. Instead of trying to make a connection with other people around you, communicating, hi, Kiki, and whatever, at this little get together, you up here watching Randall and every move he making. So when he come back to you, you trying to clock him on that shit. Why was you touching her like that? Why was her butt up on you like that? Why was she grinding all into you like that, this, and the third? Girl, it's too soon for that. It's too soon for that. Men, I think I only got like 3 men to watch my channel. Y'all like that shit? Y'all like when women do that? Show this jealous side? Is that make your stroke your ego, make your manhood swell up or something like that? What is it? I don't get it. That annoys the shit out of me. It's a little bit of jealousy can be cute, a little bit, but Jamala done took it too far to me. It's too soon for that baby girl. And when I see people act like this, I be thinking, damn, did he already give you the D? Or you already digmatized? What is it? Make it make sense. Y'all claiming y'all hadn't really been out together much. That's all y'all doing is talking on the phone. Why you so damn attached already that you got to this jealous point? I don't get it. Okay, so Jamala. Katie. I'm going to come back to Katie for a second because I need to talk about Shakira. So Shakira, she getting on my motherfucking nerves, y'all. Okay, we've heard since episode 1 that Shakira has had a traumatic past. We have not heard what happened in her past that is causing her such PTSD, that has having her live in such fear of having people in her son's space, that every fucking episode she got to break down in tears or get choked up about her past. I said this on the community board. Sis, if you get that broken up every fucking time somebody bring up your past or something that reminds you of your past, the sky is blue. The sky was blue back in my past. It just reminds me of my ex. It's such a traumatic experience. I can't believe that my son had to see that shit. And I'm not trying to mock it, but if you're going through that every fucking time, that every time somebody brings it up, that you go through those emotions and feelings to that extent, you don't need to be on a show called Ready to Love, because you're not. You're ready for therapy. I've done the work. I put myself through time out, and then I talked to a therapist once. You know, therapy is not a cure-all overnight. You may need some years, especially if your experience is that traumatic as you're trying to make it sound. You need to be in therapy, working on those emotions and those feelings and how to control or how to deal with or breathe through that shit before you try to invite another person into your life. Fuck your son's life right now. We're talking about you. You ain't even got to handle your own shit. And yet at the same time, you know, she tends to be a little bit forward as well. She's says she needs attention. She's not needy, but you know, you gotta pay attention to her. You gotta talk to her whenever she wants to be talked to. But she said to her, she was told every day for a while that, you know, she didn't matter. So this whole new Phoenix rising from the dust persona that she done put on, I think she might be putting on for the cameras, y'all. I hate to say it. I don't know why. It's something about it that doesn't seem 100. It might be 80%, but I don't seem 100. It may be feelings that are so embellished that, you know, sometimes you have people that over dramatize their experience, embellish their experience a little bit. I'm not saying, not taking away that she may have went through some trauma, but for me, for some reason, I just feel like the type of trauma that she may have experienced is no more greater than people's trauma, everyday trauma that they experience every day. And unless they come out and they tell me that she's been physically abused or something like that, or she was just verbally abused by this man all the time like that, to the point that it got her scared for her son. That's what I'm saying. It's something that I'm missing for me to relate to her. It's something that I'm missing. I can't relate. I'm sorry, I can't. It's hard for me to be empathetic. I'm trying to be empathetic to the situation. Like, she done went through some trauma. Fuck, I done went through some trauma. You know what I'm saying? I done been to fucking war. I done been raped by my husband. I done been raped by my neighbor. I've been molested by my uncles, my cousins. Been sold off in the dope game by a fucking parent of mine. Been in fights with my parents. But every time somebody bring that shit up, even though I may feel something, I don't break down like that, because, and it's due to the help of therapy. I'm gonna let you know that right now. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell somebody how to grieve or how to, you know, process their trauma, but I'm saying, if you processing it the way that she's doing it, you need fucking help. You don't need to be on Ready to Love. That's my whole point. Anywho, so she sat down with LJ Smooth. I thought that they was connecting. I really thought that they was connecting. LJ seems like a fun-loving type of person. Everybody get along with him. They kiki with him and that, the other. The women ain't feeling him like that. The one who is Looney. Looney is feeling him, and that's because he gave her the most attention. Now, what I picked up from the conversation that Shakira had with LJ Smooth, by the end of that conversation, it made it seem like he was not pursuing her. That ain't what I heard, though. They sat down and had a conversation, and she was saying, they was talking about how they used to click and how they got along when they first hooked up. And he was like, well, why don't you call me sometime, right? And she said, no, I would not be doing that. I don't call people. But then got mad at him for not calling her. She said to him that after she said that she don't call people, she don't call people, that ain't what she do. She's like, you called me one time. He said, to which you didn't answer the phone. And she's like, but I called you back. He was like, but did you though? You know, and then he got onto the story about, you know, how she doesn't want to come off of his knee, but she need attention. She need to be shown that she liked and pursued. And he was like, really? I mean, LJ seemed like, I don't know. I'm reaching out to you. For some reason, I believe that she didn't call him back. And the reason why I believe that she didn't call him back, because she had just said that right before this whole little conversation happened, I don't call people. This is what I don't do that. That's her exact word. I wish I could go back and rewind the video. When they sat down and started off the conversation, he was like, why don't you call me sometime? And she said, I'm not going to do that. I don't call people. That's not what I do. So he said he called you. You didn't answer. I do not believe you, Shakira, when you say that, Shakira. Girlfriend, I don't believe you when you said that you called him back. I really don't. And you expected him to be blowing you up. That's what you want from him, and he's not doing that. Why? Because, yeah, he got Looney. Looney is giving him the attention that he needs, and he giving it back to her. They vibing the same way I thought y'all vibed in the beginning. Okay, so later on, I forgot which party, the white party, the dark party, the black party. It was one of them damn parties. Mike, Kayla, Shakira, and somebody else is sitting at the table talking. And they were talking about Mike's apology to Sharice. And how they felt that that's something that he needed to do because of the black male stigma, this, that, and the third, right? You got to watch how you speak to people. You got to watch the words you choose, because they could take your tone and put it out the character for who the person you really are. This whole conversation. Well, Shakira didn't want to hear that conversation. She got up to go walk away, right? And they trying to figure out why she's walking away. She's like, I don't want to be here for the drama. I don't want to stir the pot. The conversation that was going on, to me, was not pot stirring. They was basically telling him how positive it was for the move that he made, how that made him look, and how things may have got misinterpreted by Sharice, right? Well, when she started saying that, Katie was explaining, well, you know, he had a situation with Shakira, and now we get to see, you know, we don't understand what people have went through or gone through, you know what I'm saying? We don't know how Shakira would have reacted. Now, she's talking to Shakira while she's saying this. Shakira took that as if she done told Mike my story. She done told Mike about my traumatic past. How dare she? I'm offended. I'm hurt. I can't believe my sister would do something like that. From what I heard, because I replayed it a couple times just to make sure I wasn't tripping, she just misspoke. She talking to you and she just said Shakira instead of fucking Sharice. Because y'all motherfuckers don't know each other that well anyway, right? You know, she didn't, like, just a slip of the tongue. Shit, sometimes I call my dog Keena, my daughter's name. You know what I'm saying? It's a slip of the tongue. And I think that's what happened in that moment. And they weren't understanding what the fuck she was so up in arms about. Me either. So she got me, walked away from that table, but she felt like, you know, yeah, it was wrong for Katie to be sharing my story with Mike. First of all, you ain't got no fucking story. When you broke down in the lounge, that's all you did is said you had a fucking traumatic experience. You need a man who's gonna love you and your son. That's what you're looking for. And you were so glad that Samson was the one who, like, when he called you and say good morning to you, this, that, and the third, that he even mentions that your son, and he broke down about how hard it was for you to try to, you know, get to the point that you at right now. But nobody knows what your fucking story is for them to be sharing it with anybody. If I'm sitting here and I'm saying, yeah, she went through some shit, your feelings fucking hurt because I mentioned that you went through some shit? Girl, grow the fuck up. Get on some goddamn word. Who we got to go on to next? She loving Samson, because Samson texted this, that, and the third. So, Jamala, Trinika. I don't think we saw Trinika date anybody this particular episode. You know, we saw her over there laughing, kicking in with LJ Smooth, but that's about it. You know, wasn't nothing really noteworthy. Tommy brought his wife Jackie back this episode, you know, to go to the white party, and she making her rounds to different groups of people to just give them advice and get questions asked at them. Jackie didn't really give no insight to me that she ain't said before, that these grown ass people should not already know. How you got to communicate in your relationship. If we have a disagreement, we just disagree. We gonna work that shit through. It's to death do us part. Ain't no divorce over here. That's what she said. I don't agree with that. If shit's fucked up, sometimes you just get divorce is the answer. But I mean, yeah. First, try to work through it, talk through it, and see if you can come to a. But don't fucking stay with a motherfucker just because. I'm gonna stay with him because we said to death do us part. Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm happy divorce. Trust me, baby. But the thing was, when she was going around having these conversations with these groups of people, she automatically assumed that these people were into each other just because they were sitting there talking to each other. She made that assumption about Mike and Katie as well. And she asked them about the age difference and how do they feel about the age difference, and not Katie, and Kayla. And Kayla like, well, he's the type of age, he's the age group that I go for, you know. And Mike is like, she ain't the age group I go for, but I'm gonna tolerate her. I'm telling you, it's Mike's choice of words. It's Mike's choice of words. I'm gonna tolerate her for the sake of the show. But ain't Kayla and Brandy the same age, so he tolerating Brandy too. They was playing like Jenga and stuff like that. You know, the Jenga got stuff on there for you to do. And at the party, Brandy pulled out, go dance, give a lap dance to the person you're interested in. And she ran over to Mike. Mike didn't know what was going on. And I like the fact that Katie didn't feel disrespected in the moment, because she know how Brandy feeling about Mike. You know, because she was sitting there having a conversation with him, but Katie ain't into Mike like that. So she went over there and did this dance, which I didn't think the dance was distasteful, because she didn't get up on him. She didn't sit all, you know, do a heavy grind on lap. I mean, she eventually ended up on the lap, but she didn't like get serious like they did at the white party. At the white party, they was bending over, they was doing 630, they was twerking, they was grinding. LJ Smooth was throwing that leg up on the motherfucker like he was at fucking jump up. Like he was in carnival and shit, just throwing his leg up. Bam. I just want to see him walk it down, just break it down. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know, I want to see. They was breaking down. They was having a good fun time at this doggone white party. Like I said, Jamala titties kept falling out every damn word. She had to keep on grasping her, clutching the thing. Justice ended up leaving. He had a previous engagement, a grand opening of a business that he had to attend to, right? So he left. He asked Jamala, could you please make sure everybody know? Can you let Tommy know for me? I don't know sure where Tommy was at in this moment. We saw Jackie making the rounds to a bunch of different people, leaving lipstick stains everywhere. These women's lipsticks were so heavily laid on. So heavy. Look at that. You see it still on my lips? You see it on my hands? Okay. Babe lipstick was coming off like Jackie lipstick had high pro glow. I couldn't even drink no more out that damn glass because it's so covered in fucking lipstick. Champagne flute. Sharice's was like that too. Like, did y'all all go to the same makeup artist and she laid on 10 layers of damn lipstick and y'all didn't let that shit dry? Y'all didn't put no finishing spray or something on your face? You didn't put no concealer or anything to get that shit? It was just... Now I understand why people like matte lipstick. I don't really like matte lipstick like that, but I understand why people like matte lipstick, because there's no reason why you should have that much fucking transfer onto their glass. My God. Okay, anywho. So I don't know where Tommy was at. I just saw Jackie making rounds. They didn't even show Tommy in this moment for the longest time. So Justice bounced, right? You know, he had his outfit. He had, I think, his attaché case and all kind of stuff. He left. Now, Jamala did not go to tell people Justice had left. It wasn't until Tommy wanted to have a little round table discussion to find out who everybody liking and who they don't like, this, that, and the third. She said, and people were talking about Justice, how they don't They ain't really vibing with him and connected with him. And oh, you can't ask him no questions though because he already left. And Tommy, what you mean he left? He left for my party? Now Tommy, we done had people 1,000 times have to leave a date, have to leave a scene, have to leave an area because they have real life shit to deal with. I don't know how sincere or genuine that Justice's situation was, but if he got a motherfucking job to do because he running his own motherfucking business, he got a job to do, and he gonna bounce. He showed the fuck up. Okay, it's time for him to go. He ain't chasing none of these hoes anyway. Okay, why Justice still here? I don't know. And something I asked about Justice, the same thing I asked about Sharice. Why they still there? Am I missing a woman? Looney, I didn't see her interact with anybody for real other than LJ Smooth. So Shakira, Sharice, Looney, Jamala, Kayla, Shanika. Am I missing a woman? Brandy. I haven't seen Brandy date anybody else really either. Katie and Swayze, they really feeling each other. I told you, I still, surprisingly to me, Swayze is still the most interested man, and that's not saying much. Okay, so that's about it, y'all. So they talked about who all they liked and who all they was feeling, and who they didn't like. End up in the bottom. Tommy decided to do a bottom 3. He did LJ Smooth, which everybody saying LJ is like the homie and not really romantically feeling him. He cool to kick it with. He friend zone. Everybody except for Looney. Looney want to save her man. Zoe, like I said, they said Zoe was not being genuine. He's not being. They can't believe a word that he's saying out of his mouth. Of course, Sharice said he was boring. I don't think. I don't think Zoe should be here either. He really ain't. He ain't gelling with these women for real. They have even though a few of them are up there in, well, Sharice is now the oldest woman on the show now, right? Because April's gone, because April was 46. So Sharice is 43. And I think Zoe, I forgot how old Zoe is, but Zoe's retired. The mindset of these women is not the same as Zoe's. They're not in the same place. And one of y'all just told me the other day that it's some, G Hammer just told me that it's a rumor spreading around about Zoe's interaction, and he had supposedly he was dating somebody. I heard the same thing about Samson. Somebody sent that to me in my inbox on Twitter. But I haven't researched none of this shit, so I don't know, and I'm not gonna research it either. Okay, so but yeah, I don't think Zoe should be here. LJ Smooth, I don't know. I don't know. I think I just like seeing LJ around. He is fun. He seems to be a life of the party. I like to see his connections that he had. Shakira done dumped his ass off though. She's like, no, I ain't feeling him. Girl, I just didn't get from that conversation like where your distaste came in. Cause he wanted you to call him and you wouldn't call whatever. Whatever, girl. She's still feeling Samson though. We know that for sure. So, and the third person would have been Justice. I was like, I don't know how Justice went out there. From what... So, it's just Justice ain't there. He's up for elimination, but he's not there. Okay. And when they have these pool party mixer eliminations, we don't get to have where ladies sit down and communicate to the men why we think that you are not really gelling with everybody here. Okay, we don't get that. I hate that part too, that they do these like automatic eliminations and then we don't get understanding of or interpretation, or we don't get an understanding of why collectively these women feel this way. Because I just don't. Yeah. Anywho, it's a cliffhanger. We didn't get to see who's gonna get eliminated. It's most likely gonna be Justice. Because Tommy feelings hurt. You know, anytime Tommy feel like he being disrespected, you know, he probably boot you off the show. Because how dare he leave my party? Your white party really wasn't hitting on too much of shit. I mean, it was okay. I ain't even see no good damn food. Shit. Anywho, that's it, y'all. That's Ready to Love. If I missed some shit, put it in the comment section. I know I did because I didn't write no damn notes. If it was something key that I missed, put it in the comment section so we can discuss it, child. Shit. Alright, thank y'all for watching. See y'all next video. Peace.